Welcome everybody back to Rated R for Review. This is part two of the Fantastic Four. Last week we sat down with the original Fantastic Four from 2005, and today we are sitting down with this is 2015's Fantastic Four with Michael B. Jordan and company.
Yep.
So yeah, let's hop right into it. What are your first thoughts on? I was gonna say the new Fantastic Four, but now I gotta call it Fantastic Four.
Right. Honestly, I was thoroughly impressed. Like, I actually think this is my favorite one now.
Yeah.
Like, nah, it's not even, I can't say it's not close because the other ones were good too for their own reasons. But I honestly thought that this one was going to be like, I've just seen Michael B. Jordan, like, I don't know. I thought they were going to do I thought they were going to do too much with him as far as
Mhm.
making him like overly funny. I thought it was going to be, or sarcastic. I thought it was going to be like, I don't know why I had the expectations that it was going to be the worst one. Like, to be real, I
Mhm.
thought it was going to be corny. Like, but this was my favorite one. Like, this was the one. This was the first time that I actually felt deep emotional empathy. Like, I got triggered emotionally a lot just with their story of what they went through. I think this kind of depicted that the best out of all the other ones. Like when they first got their powers and how that would have played out realistically.
Yeah, I think this, this had the best characters and character development. I think. Like
Yeah.
I can't quite. I can't even call this the best Fantastic Four movie. I think this might have been the least Fantastic Four of them all because of how much time it spent developing every individual person. Like they
Yeah.
didn't have their powers until the climax.
Mm-hmm.
But but as far as the fact that I wanted to watch that, I was like,
Yeah.
and this might be the most interesting Reed Richards. Like he always seemed
Mhm.
like the smart guy. Like he felt like a leader in this movie, and it felt very earned. Um,
Yeah.
Actually, I
Mm-hmm.
can't even say that because I think now the newest Fantastic Four is just suffering from the fact that it's been the latest one I've watched now. So, because yeah, I was still impressed with him in that too, and they almost just seem like two different movies at this point. So, yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy because different I feel like the different films highlighted different things. Like for example, in the newest, or which one is it? I think it's the first two. So the original and the part two to the original. I feel
Mhm.
like they did the best with like making you really feel the relationship between the siblings. And like it seemed like that got highlighted really well, along with other things, even like The Rock's story. Like
Yeah.
that, I remember saying that last week when we did that review. I was like, I really felt bad for him for real. Like actually
Yeah.
seeing his backstory and how turning into this rock person really affected his personal life, which I feel like they didn't really do, like, I don't know, depict that too deeply in the newest one. And
Mhm.
so, but with this one, the one with Michael B. Jordan, I'm like, this was the first time I actually feel like I understand what they went through for real. Like,
Yeah.
as far as getting their powers, like how would this have played out in with real human beings for real? Like,
Yeah.
and it was just real. Like I feel like even on the gory side of things, like they depicted it very accurately. Like just
Mhm.
yeah, I feel like they just did a better job to where I really was invested. Like, dang, this like I felt like this really happened. Like
No,
like this
seriously.
was
This one had the most I think it was more focused too. Like everyone that was a character. Like normally Fantastic Four has to deal with the public's opinion. But the public in this movie is the government. So it's a very concentrated group
mm.
of people that
Because it
like
seems like this
in,
came before they would have gotten to the public, though, because right when it happened, they woke up in the government's facility. So it seems like this is that window between what probably really went down once they got their powers,
mhm.
and then before, because obviously the movie ends with her or all of them saying, "Yeah, we don't need your supervision. We're gonna do our own thing." So it's probably like once they do that, then that's when they start dealing with the public, which would pick up in the other movies.
Yeah, like I think the newest Fantastic Four movie seems like a true sequel to both original, the both this movie and the original.
Well, I guess it is, huh?
Yeah, but it's like it put them 5 years out or 4 years out from
Hmm.
the event that would have made them so like just trying to figure themselves out. But it's like
Hmm.
I could actually legitimately see the new Fantastic Four movie. It's like the things found his place. He's no longer insecure. Mr. Fantastic's like everybody's kind of catching their stride. Um, but I do think like yeah, this movie benefited from not having the haven't seen the new Fantastic Four movie. Is it any good? Yes, actually. I think the new Fantastic Four movie is worth seeing. I know
Yeah,
Mark's
for
been
sure.
struggling lately, but I can call this a dub.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you're one of those people where you feel like you've been wasting your money at the movie theaters lately, this will not be one of those times.
That was
You'll
solid.
enjoy it. Yeah.
Yeah. One thing I've noticed too, Fantastic Four, maybe more than other movies. Actually, this is both their strength and their weakness. They do a really good job of showing the scope of power difference between
Oh yeah,
who they have to fight and why they have to be a team. Because
yeah.
yeah, like I definitely felt like, oh man, everybody got some crazy powers from this explosion. But I'm like, I know who the villain is, and he's just been boiling in the stew. Like I'm
Yeah.
like, there's no way he's not gonna be a planetary threat when he comes back. And sure enough,
No, yeah, I love what they did with everybody's stories.
hmm
Like how they developed that to just see how it developed, because it's like there's certain things that to me were kind of unanswered. It's like watching a movie and they already have the characters built and you're just like, okay, this is just, we have to just accept that this is how they are, this is how they wrote them. But it's like this actually made all of their roles make sense. The
yeah,
Michael B. Jordan film, like,
yeah,
because I'm like, especially with the what's his name, Victor, the Silver Surfer, right?
no, 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 he's not the Silver Surfer.
Oh, he's not.
He's he Victor Von Doom
Oh
is
no, he's Doom. Yeah. Okay.
yeah,
Yeah. 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 Okay. Yeah. Well, it makes his role like make more sense because it's the fact that he got left for one, and just his investment from like he kind of already started off with this like it put it in perspective, like him and Reed's position, I guess. Like
hmm
he was somebody who's already been in the game, like he was trying to figure this stuff out long before Reed hits the scene,
hmm
and so Reed now comes, but then it's like, okay, he was already, it seemed like he was kind of just over it, like depressed almost, like just kind of like how they started the movie off where the dad was talking to him. And it seemed like he was just kind of had this attitude of just, I don't know, just his personality seems to match even for him to get involved and then to get put in that position. It just seems like it just matches how he was even acting in the other films almost. Like,
yeah,
I just like this backstory. Like, he got left there. He was super invested. The fact that he invested all the money in the other films in this
yes,
project, it's like, why did he trust Reed so much?
right.
Like, why was he willing to go? Why was he? It's like, I feel like this actually answered all of that.
Yeah, they took the time to not just say. Yeah, they didn't. Yeah, it's show don't tell. Like this is a live
Hmm.
showing that made you think. Yeah,
Yeah.
and anybody couldn't have pulled this off either. Like I was gonna say, man, we should go one by one and see, but I really just think this is better casting across the board
Yeah.
because they had to spend more time with the characters. And as far as execution goes, maybe Michael B. Jordan's Human Torch and the original are competing, but even the fact that he got to be fleshed out so much better in this movie, I'm just like, yeah,
Yeah.
like he still felt like a bratty little brother who has a good heart and had the best power. Like that's just it,
Yeah.
like I'm like, look, when your powers fire, you're gonna take a little longer to want to get recovered back to normal.
Right.
Like
Yeah. And I like how they even, I feel like they painted his backstory of just showing him racing cars, getting in trouble by his dad. It's like he seems like and they didn't do too much. Like it was the perfect amount.
Yeah.
Like they showed that he was kind of defiant, kind of like a sarcastic jerk, like almost like a brat a little bit. But and then there's something with even him and his stepsister where it's like, okay, they seem like they don't really like they get along, but they don't. And
Mm-hmm.
so it's just showing all of that just kind of makes his character make sense even. Like, okay, he was this little bratty, witty, sarcastic kid.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. And so, yeah, for him to still keep that same energy, it's just like, yeah.
Yeah. Especially not knowing the scope. Like they did a good job with Michael B. Jordan's character of showing that he really is the youngest one here, like 16. So, like he seemed
Mhm.
maybe not even that. He could be 20s, early 20s, but the fact that like it's like dad, like out of rebellion for his dad, it's like he ends up in this project getting powers and then basically saying maybe this is what I need to do with no real scope of what like a classified military intelligent life is capable of doing to you.
Mhm.
Well, so yeah, I was just like, man, yeah. What up, Calf C?
We didn't say hi to H. Davis
Oh,
earlier.
right. What up, H. Davis?
Hey, hey.
Man.
Okay, so
Oh, I was gonna say this too.
oh,
The
good.
same reason why I think it builds Fantastic Four in general seems to do a really good job of like putting the scope of the threat in perspective. I also I don't know if you feel the same way. I feel like they've consistently dropped the ball with how they finish it. Like they should not have won any of these fights. None of them.
Yeah,
Like
no. Seeing the power of Doom, I was like, and to me, this film was the best depiction of like his level of power.
yes.
Like he
For
was
sure.
not playing, like at all.
Yes.
Like
Oh my goodness. He's looking at people and exploding them. I'm like, I
their
don't
their faces, their heads, literally. Like yeah,
yeah.
like he was intimidating for real. Like I want to like see him fight the Silver Surfer at this point.
Yeah, yeah, he could have
Like
done it in this one. The Silver Surfer
right, I
bullied
was
him
gonna
in the
say,
other movie. I was like, that wasn't the same Doom because
it wasn't.
that dude
Mm-mm.
was in control of gravity. It's like physics. Like I didn't know you could acquire the power of physics.
No, and it's crazy because I feel like he would like they only gave like a snippet, a tiny snippet of showing some kind of humanity in him. Cause I was like, he's just jacking people up, like
Hmm.
with just like quickly, like no conversation, no nothing. So that split second where he was actually having a conversation with the dad, I was thinking
Oh,
like, okay, like literally while I was watching it, I was like, okay, he's been killing people left and right, but those are all the government's people and employees and stuff like that, like all the people that's working for the government. And then he gets to, the dad, and he doesn't kill him. He sits there and he's just a conversation actually happens for him to say, Victor, don't do this. Like, and he's talking, and then here comes the other two, Sue and whoever, the other guy, and they come running. But then it's like, then he just kills the dad.
yeah,
And to get back to the ship, like he was focused. Like
yeah,
I'm like, at least in the other ones, he still seemed like he had his humanity. Like
yeah,
he didn't seem so overtaken. Like this guy seems like he for real spent a year on that planet for real.
yeah.
Like
No, they did
his
a good
mindset
job of like
changed.
it didn't take long. Yeah,
Yeah, like he was not the same person anymore. Like
yeah,
which makes sense. Like, yeah, you spend a year on a planet by yourself every single day you're alone and you're just living the life on what that planet entails. Like, I could see you being like, I remember Earth, yeah,
right.
but
And
I've
I
done
can't think
so
of
much
anything I
more.
missed about it either. Like he's thinking about the room that he was locked in before he.
Hmm.
Yeah. Also, yeah, it wasn't as tense for me watching the dad die because I was like, that's just a cinema thing though. There is nothing more dangerous for your health than being the fifth man in a movie called Fantastic Four.
I'm
Like,
done.
like there's no, you were cooked. So yeah, I definitely remember feeling like, yeah, that's gonna be tough. but he did a good job of launching the crew.
I didn't see him as a fifth person.
I I mean, I just knew when the Fantastic Four find their identity, they're definitely gonna be like four people. Like he's not just gonna be in the room. He's not the Vroomba. Like he's not. He's another person. So yeah, I just thought, yeah,
Yeah.
he's not gonna make it. But
Oh, I didn't think that. I was thinking he's just, the dad.
yeah,
Like, but
we've never
okay.
met. Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Man, but yeah, they had no business beating him, and I was just like, yeah, it was kind of like he just said, "What if I tried harder?" And then yeah,
right.
and it worked. I was just like, okay. I mean, yeah. But I mean, I don't even think that was the focus of their movie. Like the big fight at the end kind of just seemed like the thing they knew they had to do.
Oh,
But
right.
this, to be honest, and this is, I don't know if this is a hot take or not. This Fantastic Four movie, I don't think is the best Fantastic Four movie, but this is the only movie that could have not been a Fantastic Four movie, and I still would have watched it. Like if this was just called like
Space Heroes.
Planet Zero, yeah, or yeah, Planet Zero, like the wherever they were going, and they
Hmm.
just had this adventure, like it's a good movie. Like I just
Yeah.
like yeah, when it came to executing the like superhero side of the fight, I kind of felt like yeah, outside of the graphics, graphically they were this is actually up there too. Like I felt like Mr. Fantastic's powers actually looked
Real.
yeah, this felt the most. I've never thought about his bone structure until this movie.
Yeah.
Like he's just been a rubber band to me.
Yeah, no, they definitely, whoever helped with that part of the movie, they definitely were like, yeah, we need to make this look like realistic. Like somebody made that decision and said, we're not making him look like that little rubber band in the first two, the original and part two of the
Yeah.
original.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, see, this is, but that's the thing too. I'm like, Doctor Doom. Doctor Doom feels like this Doctor Doom from this movie feels like he could have pushed Galactus into that portal.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh,
and
easy.
then,
Easy.
now Sue Storm had no business in either movie. She almost got like crushed like a soda can in this one, and the other one, yeah.
Well,
Woo.
that's the thing too, is this is literally only 1 year after the incident. So they're still working with the government apparently. So it's like, I think once they go on their own, like how the movie ended, and then they branch off, it seems like that's where the most recent one that's in theaters picked up, where it's like, okay, they've been the Fantastic Four for a while now. Like they've been moving together for a while, like getting stronger in their powers and not being just test subjects.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so I mean, but I mean, regardless, I feel like she definitely shouldn't have been able to push Galactic into the what's it called, that little portal. But still,
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely don't. That's one of those like, yeah, refining your skills all day. But I'm like, yeah,
like
it's
this felt like they were rookies, but like, but
mm,
rookies in the sense of not even in a bad way. I think because they showed so much of their story
mm-hmm,
and showed how they developed, it seems like it made sense that they're actually trying to figure out their powers,
right.
and they don't even see it really as powers. It's like what's funny, this was also the first time that I really felt their story, like as far as them as people, and not just saw them as like Spider-Man or Superman. Like I
Mm-hmm,
didn't even see them as like superheroes or anything supernatural. Like I really, even when they were in their form, I felt like I always saw them as the person that they had been the whole movie.
yes,
But I think it's
agreed.
because they took time to actually develop that. So I really like fell in love with the real people.
Yeah, the one thing that did feel maybe kind of forced, but I don't know, is normally, and I've seen this in every Fantastic Four dynamic, the Human Torch and the Thing kind of have this like love hate relationship where this bratty, immature, hothead that's a player
Hmm.
gets to kind of like joke and roast the Thing for being a rock that's ugly, big, and stupid. And it's like this movie didn't. earn that part. I remember at the end when they were making up names and he was like, "Ah, the thing nobody wanted." I was like, "That's not this Johnny. Like they don't know each other. Like like the bond was built between the
Yeah.
scientists and Ben came along for the trip and Johnny was
Like
never
he never even met him.
yeah, like and he was never a jerk either. Like Victor was the jerk. Victor was the one that said, "Who are you?" And
Well,
Johnny
no,
was,
because remember when he came in, when what's his name? I'm gonna keep calling him Michael B. Jordan.
mm,
When Michael B. Jordan walks in, when his dad first said, "You want to get the car back, then you have to come and work for me."
mm-hmm.
And remember when he came in and he already kind of had that energy because he didn't know Victor either. I
No,
mean,
he did. He
not
knew
Victor.
Victor.
No, not Victor. Victor. Reed. He
Oh
didn't,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
but he came in and he was already kind of being playful or sarcastic, you know. But he still went over there to. He was. I honestly thought they were gonna make him like. I don't know why I thought they were gonna make him a jerk because he's not a
No,
jerk.
I thought that too, but he wasn't a jerk at all. Like,
Yeah, but he did. I feel like they did show his sarcasm,
mm-hmm,
um, and just him being like the problem child, almost like just the irresponsible one more so. But
mm-hmm.
like, yeah. Now that I think about it, I'm just like he. Well, you know what? No, I'm about to say he never met him. He did because Reed told his best friend he wanted him to come
Mm-hmm.
on the in the little portal go through to the other planet,
Yeah.
which means that's when they would have met and they would have,
Well,
you
no,
know,
yeah, yeah. I'm not saying they didn't know each other. Like, even if they showed it off screen, I just mean like Johnny in this movie was never a bully. Like, the only person he was really like sarcastic and gave hard energy to was Victor Von Doom, because he also had that same sarcastic superiority. And so Johnny was never really like cool with him, but he went over there and met Reed when he was still a nerd. And Reed was like, "Oh, do you know how to weld?" And he was like, "Oh yeah, of course, I got you, bro." And then like
mhm.
they tried to do a little fist bump, and Reed would be awkward, like, but he was never like making fun of him. And so
Yeah,
the thing comes around, like, this is now a real crisis, and they just got out, and then he kind of just does that. It just seemed like he adopted something he had never been the whole movie, like, because they know. I think everyone knows that Johnny Storm is kind of supposed to have that dynamic with the thing. It
yeah. I
just
feel
seemed
like
like,
they put it. I feel like somebody said like, "Hey, so this is the early days, you know, like maybe we can throw that at the end to show like what we're about to transition into. Like this is how it got started. Like he was already sarcastic, but it was very subtle, and he just
mm,
kind of made a quick little joke. But that is where it's going. Like their
right,
relationship does turn into that, but maybe that's just how it started.
yeah,
And honestly, something that I think about is like him being sarcastic, but then also when I think of what's his name, the friend, Ben, like Ben, Ben and Johnny seem like, well, obviously all the other movies depict their relationship being what it is, but when the way they painted his story, like they never showed the rock. We just knew he was married in one of them. You
mm-hmm,
know, like we didn't know like I saw him as a grunt, like just kind of that. I don't know, but I never knew like why he was like that. But for them
mm-hmm,
to show his story as being a kid and just how he was like getting hit on by, not hit on in that sense, but literally when his older brother like slapped him when he was a kid, and like, you know, just the kind of the environment he grew up in, he was just like a tough kid.
mm-hmm,
And then he meets Reed, you know, and so for him to be coming from that background, and then I feel like that's a perfect blend as him, you know, as he gets older as an adult, like that's the perfect person to
yeah,
choose to have that type of relationship with like a sarcastic, you know, Johnny. You know,
yeah,
like it seems like even in real life they would have been the type to like clown on each other, you know, like but be mad low key, but not. Like
yeah.
yeah. So I feel like they were just trying to paint the early picture of that before they got into the latest movie.
Yeah, I feel like if we could be in the room with how they decided to depict these characters, I think they like reverse engineered their powers. Like, they said, "Oh, the thing is very hard, which means his personality, he should have tough skin. What kind of origin can we give that? Oh, Johnny is a hothead. He's a human torch, so let's make him a hothead. Like Reed Richards is a thinker. His mind is always bending and stretching. Like it's like I feel like they
Yeah.
literally found their origin. And even Sue Storm in this one, I'm like, I felt like, yeah, she was someone who read the room, like someone who would be quiet,
Why did
someone
they
who
call
had
her
a,
that?
what's that?
Sue Storm?
Yeah, Susan, and then Storm is their family's last name.
Oh, I thought that was a part of her. Okay, that's a real last name. I was like, she not, what's her name from X-Men?
Oh,
Like,
no,
why
no,
they
no, no.
calling her like Storm? Like she
Yeah,
deals with the
she's
force
invisible
fields and
woman. Hers
invisible. Yeah. Oh, there we go. I was like, why would they call her that? Okay. Hey, hey,
What
what's
up,
the deal?
James? What up? What up?
Okay,
But
that
yeah, I
makes
feel like they have their power sets like in their character, which is always good. I think
mm-hmm.
when you have a really relaxed guy be the hothead or something like. But nah, yeah, I enjoyed this. I don't. Hmm, yeah, this was surprisingly solid. I definitely came in ready to like judge the movie, and I was just like, hold on, does this thing have my attention?
No, for real. Yeah, I feel like dang, what was I gonna say? Yeah, I feel like this movie just did the best. Like if you're looking for action, if that was the expectation, like watching them constantly fighting and using their powers, then I feel like those people who like need action in order to enjoy something, it seems like this would be one that they thought was like the most boringest one.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, if you like the character development and how like just if you like stories, like not just action films, but just good stories, I feel like this to me this won.
Yeah. And I don't even think this could have a sequel, to be honest. I don't think.
Really? I was kind of mad that I know that they don't have it.
Right. I thought about it, but I was just like, I don't think whoever executed this movie executes origin stories. I don't know how they would pull off.
They need to team up with somebody from one of the other films.
Yeah, I mean, they might have been in the room when they made the new one because that's how I felt about it. I felt like everyone's still their people.
Mm,
It's action, but you definitely feel the weight of their characters' influence in
right.
the story. Like I actually really, I still hold the newest one maybe the highest as far as it being a Fantastic Four movie. Um, a standalone Fantastic Four movie too. But yeah, that's they need to calm down their enemies. I don't know why the Fantastic Four are consistently fighting like planetary threats. Like it doesn't they don't seem like they're built for the things they keep fighting. Like I kind of want to see them fight somebody that's just in their range. But
Yeah.
because teamwork just doesn't it's one of those things where I'm like teamwork can overcome certain obstacles, but like they've like the first Fantastic Four. Actually, you know what? I take that back. The first Fantastic Four calmed Doom down a little bit, and I felt like that was a good fight. They had to like I forget exactly what they had to do, but I believed that level of teamwork. Um, and then the second one was the Silver Surfer, where they just had to fight a galactic tornado, and that was like,
Right.
all right, like y'all are lucky the Silver Surfer saved your movie.
No, for real.
Yeah, this one that just happened, I'm like, they had no business winning that. That planet should have been in a black hole, and yeah, that should have been the end of that. And then
Well, it was funny at the end when they were all fighting Doom, Victor, and he was just clearly winning. And I was like, okay, this was the first time I just shook my head the whole movie, which is good. But I just kind of shook my head because I was like, okay, it's two things. There was a point where Dune has everybody down. Everyone is like, what's her name? Sue Storm's being crushed, and the fire guy is sitting over there just stuck. I didn't even understand what was happening to him. He was just
Yeah, he just
stuck.
lost.
He just
Yeah,
lost.
yeah.
And yeah, and then the rock guy was covered in the rocks.
In rocks, he lost his element. Good lord, that's when you
Right.
know you're struggling.
Right. But then and then what's his name? Reed. He was literally out like overly stretched, but handcuffed, not handcuffed, but tied down. However, he was tied down. But this is the point is he starts getting out, I guess motivation because Sue's about to be fully crushed. But I didn't even understand the scene on how
Yeah,
he was able to get out of that. I was like, well, could he have done that a long time ago? Like, what was the problem? Like, I didn't get how he wasn't able to get out of that. But then he starts going over to Doom, and then Doom throws these rocks, and it was almost like that was going to be a big moment of, and these rocks and have been jacking everybody up all this whole time.
mhm.
And then he throws them a whole bunch of them, and then he just dodged it.
They just and all
He
of a sudden
dodged
they
it, and
don't
then
come
he
back
put it in
either.
the
These
fire.
have been like homing rocks the whole time.
Right? Like, how did he just like he just dodged it and reached and stretched and grabbed Doom? Like, and
What?
then all of a sudden, at that same exact moment, everyone breaks free from the chains.
Yeah,
It was just kind of like, okay, that ain't
convenient.
realistic.
I don't even know. My thought was, I was like, Reed gets up from being overstretched, and then he throws rocks at him. I'm like, he didn't touch you the first time. He
Right,
like he just looked. He made eye contact with you, and you melted. And I was like, why would he? Why wouldn't he just look back at you again?
right.
It's I didn't
Yeah,
know, but
that end fight to me was not realistic at
yeah,
all.
like
They did a
that
great
was
job.
one of those like it to have. There's certain movies that have great endings but didn't have great build up to it. And then there's movies that were so much fun to watch that I can forgive the ending. This was that.
This was that, yeah,
This
because it
if the whole
wasn't that
movie,
bad, but it was not
yeah,
the
if
greatest.
they had done that the whole movie, we might have just not did the review or something. But but
Yeah,
yeah, but as far as like but that's kind of how I feel though. I'm just like, and maybe too, they might have just bit off more than they can chew. Sometimes you write yourself into a corner. Um, that's kind of how people felt about Marvel sometimes, where it's like, oh, Thanos actually won. He beat the whole Avengers team. Everyone turned to dust, and it's like that's a that's a lot of money. They're definitely gonna come back. Like you've ridden yourself into a corner. So we're
yeah,
either time travel next movie, or it's all gonna be a dream. But
yeah.
like, but that's how I felt. I was like, if Doom has the ability to control the powers of everyone else, there should not be a way for him to win unless somebody who wasn't there comes into this movie. Like, because yeah, when all of them got like thrown on the floor and handled by their own elements, I thought like Captain America's shield was gonna fly on screen or something. I was like, someone else is gonna have to help because he's
Yeah.
dominating. He didn't just outsmart them. Like he is a scientist too, and
Mhm.
he has been cooking in that stew for way longer than they were. So yeah, I was like, nah, he's just
I
yeah.
think that's why I kept getting him confused, low key, for the Silver Surfer because
I feel that.
I was like, oh, he's on that level. Like, I swear, I knew he was doomed, but there were moments that I was like, oh, the Silver Surfer's origin story. That's how he acted like that. So, like,
Mm,
just being so powerful. Like, so I'm like, oh, shoot, wait, no, those are two different people.
yeah,
Because I'm like, he wasn't like that in the other ones at all. Like,
yeah. From
he
what I
was fightable. Like,
yeah, yeah, I felt like he was one of the. He was like there was a Fantastic Five, and one of them went rogue. Like this feels like their father.
yeah.
Like oh my goodness, yeah. Nah, I completely agree. I from what I've heard, I wasn't like a comic book person for the Fantastic Four, but I've heard Doctor Doom is usually like at the level of this movie that we just watched. So like when you
Okay.
think of him, you think of somebody that like this is the guy that the Fantastic Four have to team up with or make a phone call for. And yeah.
Oh, I have an activity.
Mm,
So let's, out of all three movies, Let's recreate the Fantastic Four.
Ooh. All right. I'm down.
I want to see where we agree or where we disagree. So let's start with the Rock guy.
All right. The Thing.
So we are creating a new Fantastic Four, but based off of each casting in each film, who should we pull from each movie in order to fit the slot, the four slots?
All right. So we got 05, 15, oh, and 25. Wow. It's like they waited every 10 years.
Oh, that's intentional.
Yeah.
It's got to be. There's no way.
Yeah. There's one thing I wasn't thinking about. All
It's
right.
definitely logical.
Yeah. Okay. So hold on. Let me think first, so I'm not copying you.
All right, so we're doing the Rock guy. Okay, well, for me, dang. Yeah. For me, I would pick
Wait, let's go off two things too. Let's go off who they are and design.
design.
Yeah, because the Thing looks different and all of them. Actually, I guess it's only for him because I felt like the newest Fantastic Four I thought did the best job with how he looks.
No, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. It's like the effects side of it versus like the character side of it.
Yeah.
I feel that. But no, I think it's like that with everybody. So let's use both of those as a scale.
Okay.
Okay, so starting with the Rock guy. I personally would pick, as far as design goes, to create a new Fantastic Four. As far as design goes, I would pick the one we just watched, the one with Michael B. Jordan. So the 2015 Fantastic Four, as far as design, like the visual appeal. And then as far as the character and story and all that, I would pick the Rock guy from uh the original.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's okay? Hold on. You gotta. Yeah. What's your rationale behind it? That's an interesting take.
Okay, so the guy in the original, I feel like they actually, if I'm going off of his character, I feel like I knew him more. Like they showed his story, they showed how he wrestled with like being a rock. Like he got hit the worst out of everybody. They showed like the emotional toll that it took on him,
Mm,
depression, he lost his wife. Like it was just so much that I'm like, man, as far as his story goes, I'm
yeah.
like, yeah, they showed a lot of him. Like I feel like I understand him as a character. And then as far as the 2015 film, I feel like the Rock guy, it just looked real.
Mm,
Like, I mean, it looked realistic. Like if somebody really turned into a rock, like the rocks looked real, not like, I don't know. And the other ones, it just looked not cartoonish, but you know what I mean? It was just not as realistic.
yeah. Nah, I feel that. Honestly, you might have changed my opinion because I was gonna say I like. I was gonna say I like the newest and the 2025 Thing design. Then I remembered they had him growing a beard and stuff. That was just a weird choice. They shouldn't have did that.
I don't, yeah. It's like, where's his hair coming from through rocks?
Yeah, that was unnecessary. That
Well,
was
it
weird.
wasn't even rocks. I mean, it wasn't hair. He was growing little rocks. Like that don't make sense.
Yeah, what are we doing? I don't.
Like
But
rocks over rocks. Like
yeah. Um. So that was a thing that I was just kind of like, you know what? I might go back to. I do still okay. If they didn't do that, I still think his design is the best. I actually like a little more of like I agree that the more realistic one is 15, but I felt like I liked the humanoid sort of feeling of who he was and just his mobility, I think.
wait, in which
So
one?
in 2025. So just I just have
Oh,
to forget that he was shaving his pubes, uh, and I'm good. But I think that's the
okay.
best.
So a 2025 one. Okay.
But as far as character, I think I'd give it to 2015. I think I liked seeing where he came from and what his association was. Like I think in every other one he's a scientist, and this is the first time that I actually was a huge fan of the fact that he wasn't. He really is just the
Wait, the
muscle.
rock guy?
Huh?
The rock guy was a scientist in the other ones?
Yeah. He's on the same spaceships. He's doing the same trip, and not because he's not supposed to be there. Like You know what
Oh
I
wait,
mean?
so what role did he play when he was helping Reed in the 2015 one? Remember he was helping him in
2015.
some kind of way.
Now remember they were all drunk and he just called him. Like as a kid, he was just there to support him, and he was his friend and kept him from getting bullied. But
No, but he was going with him to stuff in the beginning. Remember he was like helping with stuff.
well, yeah, he knows cars. Like he knows stuff on a human level. Everyone else is like a super genius. He's
Uh,
working a scrapyard with his whatever his family was on. But like yeah, he's a junkyard kid who knows his way around cars a little bit. But he was just bringing the materials to read. Um, but he wasn't like
you
any
thought he
mean.
like understood because I'm like he got around Reed at that age, like when he was a kid. Like
Yeah,
I guess I just thought he grew in that. But I mean, I guess they did portray the like the distance though, like he wasn't a part of like
yeah, he
those
wasn't part of the project.
scientific
He got a text
conversations and stuff
message.
like that.
Yeah, he got a text when it was done. But
Right. Oh, right. Yeah. He sent him a picture like couldn't have done it without you.
yeah,
Right.
but that really helped sell the confusion though. When you become a rock and you say Reed can fix this, like you really have to believe
Yeah.
like I have no idea what happened, but I trust my best friend. Like every other one feels kind of like in the other one when he gets mad and he gets frustrated, it's kind of like I mean, dude, you know what it's like to be a scientist figuring out the brink of a solution. Like but in this one, I'm like, if he's frustrated, it's because all he knows is I got a phone call
Hmm.
to come support my friend.
And he
And
said, I
then,
think we should go back.
and I think, yeah, I'm like everything about how he got in the situation feels so much more earned when he says, I'm tired of following you. Like,
Yeah.
so I think 15 for me, but there's not
No,
any
that's
bad
fair.
choices here. But
Yeah. No, I feel like that's just a good reason for that. And I
yeah,
feel the same way because I really did feel that like the weight of like, dang, like he wasn't even like I'd be pissed. Like he wasn't even supposed to go. Like he's not even a part of that.
yeah,
That's like one of those situations where it's like you're not a part of something, but you decided someone asks like to go with you to, or can you go with them to like the store or to wherever they're going, and then all of a sudden you get in like some crazy situation that you did not see coming, but you're like, but I know this is a part of your world.
yeah,
It's like, but I wasn't supposed to be here. Like, and
yeah.
now, yeah, like yeah, the weight of that was crazy, and the guilt that Reed had for it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah, they portrayed that well. I feel that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I like this though. Who are we? Who's next?
Let's do the fire guy. Let's do Johnny.
Johnny.
You go first this time.
Okay. I surprisingly did like Michael B. Jordan a lot. I think he had the best flames for sure. So design goes to Johnny, but I think the more complete Knucklehead is still the original. I think
Oh yeah.
I think Chris Evans had a better, and I think he still, as a actor, could have played any role better still than
Mm.
any other one that happened. Like it's just the fact that I think Michael B. Jordan got the best script and could execute it. But I would go with the original '05 Human Torch.
Hmm. Okay. So I think I would go with the original guy for both. Actually,
Okay.
yeah, I loved his character. Like he was just funny. Like yeah, I like how they showed a lot of his personality. Like where he showed his own personality.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Wait,
I
when I
liked him
say
in the original.
design, do you mean like I didn't mean actor. I meant like when the fire turns on, I thought it looked the best in the 2015 movie.
Yeah, 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 but we're doing both, right?
Oh, okay, okay. I didn't realize you were saying for both. Okay, got you.
Oh no, I said for both.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I think he wins for both.
Nice. Okay.
I
Yeah.
feel I don't know, and maybe I'm trying to think if I remember correctly, but I think what I didn't like about the fire guy, and I felt like that from the beginning of when he first showed his fire ability, but I didn't like the fact that it's like his face disappeared, like his eyeballs were like black sockets, you know, like you couldn't see. He didn't seem like a real person underneath himself.
Oh,
underneath the
dang.
fire. Like, but I feel like Johnny in the original, if I remember correctly, like it still looked like him, right?
I kind of hold on. I'm actually looking at it now
I know I'm really do. Yeah.
because I feel like you're right. If I might have to change my decision if.
Yeah. So when you see
Oh yeah,
him, he has fire coming off of him, but it's still he looks like a person, like a human.
yeah. Like his
But
hair isn't.
the other guy
That
almost turned
really
into
helps too. The fact that he has hair, like his hair being a different color flame, probably helps that design a little bit.
yeah.
But no, I actually agree with you now. Yeah, I'm with you there.
Yeah, because I feel like he looked almost like he almost reminds like in the 2015 one, he kind of looked like another like on the same playing grounds as like the rock guy. Like he
Mm,
seemed almost like that midway point between real and cartoon.
yeah, like he did. He actually looks like how he did when it looked like he was dead when he first got his powers. Like he
Yeah.
always looks like a burning corpse. Like the more you say it, the more I'm like, huh, yeah, I guess that isn't the most approachable looking power.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Huh.
Johnny was literally just flame. I mean, the original Johnny was just in flames, but it was still him. So yeah, I
Mm,
do think that their suits were better in this one though. Like those suits were fire. Well, I don't know if those were the suits they're gonna have later on, but because
no, no.
the government gave them. But
Yeah,
still, those were fire.
they just never uh, officially. Well, they never figured their name out, so they couldn't have
Oh,
had a
true.
real.
Oh yeah, right. Okay, all right. So let's do Sue.
Okay, Sue
So
Storm. Go ahead.
all right. So for Sue, I would say, dang. Okay,
I'm sad.
dang. I don't think I want to go first.
Are you passing the ball?
Well, it's only because I really don't know. Like with Sue, I because okay, I liked her in the 2015 one, but she was very like I really liked her as a person for real. Like she was cool, but like as far as on screen, like um for the sake of a movie, like who actually just kind of like had that attitude, had like character, had like I feel like I think the third woman wins in the 2025 one, the one that's out in theaters now. I
Mm,
think she might win because I didn't really care for Jessica Alba, to be honest. I yeah. As
yeah.
far as like the role she played, she honestly was annoying.
Mm,
But I feel like with yeah, okay, so I'm gonna say the 2025 um Invisible Woman. I think Sue Storm wins that as far as character and like her person. Okay. Ability, I think the winner would be um I think it might be the first one. Yeah. Yeah, I think it'd be the first one.
okay.
And I think I say that because I think they showed her using her ability off more often in the
Hmm.
first one and just kind of showed how she like worked towards it and like they kind of made it a little funny, but they really showed her process of getting that down, like
Yeah.
that skill down. So that's my reasoning.
Okay. Yeah. I think the newest, yeah, 2025 Sue Storm wins by a landslide, character wise.
Yeah.
She's just too. I can't say complete as in a perfect character, but in the sense of like she feels like a whole person. She feels like a mother, a wife, and a hero, and that's
That's what she is.
yeah. Like, but it's like the
She
fact
owned
that
it.
I
Like,
felt like that at all times, though. Like it, yeah. I really, really she might be my favorite character in all of them, period. Just
yeah.
by what role she played in she had the position to mess the movie up so much. And excelled in, I feel like, every category. So she's, yeah, she might be my favorite. It would be a toss up between that and '05 Johnny Storm, but I think she still takes it just from the importance that she was playing. Um, so yeah,
Yeah.
for sure, she's there. And then power wise, I actually think I would go 2015. Um, I felt like her power actually made the most sense in that series, and it was the most useful.
I feel
Like,
like they never really showed her use anything in this one.
well, it was more of, I think I was just happy to see her, to see she was mastering her powers, but also like watching her like I mean, she only used her force field, but it was just cool to see like, oh, when they go through the portal, she knows like I'm the spaceship right now. I'm the thing everybody has to get in to safely travel. Like,
Hmm.
I could just, her powers facilitated a lot that I know would not have made sense for anybody else. So
Yeah.
literally felt necessary for traveling to another dimension. And how she got her powers in this felt kind of like the best. Like in the original, how they got their powers was just kind of like they rolled the dice, you know? Like everyone got hit with something and then you just kind of walked out with different powers. But in this one, I'm like, I know why the thing is the thing. The torch is the torch. Stretching, not so much, but that's just weird. And then she gets hit with the aftermath of a force field. So she can refract light and make force fields. Like I had no questions.
Yeah,
So
I saw that.
so yeah, I was just like, that was a great, and she had to get them back too. So her even staying behind and wondering like how's she gonna get her powers, like yeah, I don't know. I was just a fan of it all around. So yeah, I think her power set here, um, and it felt the most grounded too. I feel like I never really understand what her limitations are. Like I feel like sometimes she can push a galactic threat through a portal, and other times she can't hold up a Ferris wheel. But like,
Right. Literally
but
on two different power grids.
yeah, but this time I was like, I know what she can do. I know what she can't do. And even what she tried to do. It's just one of those things. I felt like this movie in particular really snuffed her out because she did good trying to sneak up on Doctor Doom, but he just like controlled the planet and exposed her and not,
Yeah, she didn't do anything relevant to fighting him.
yeah.
Like
And I don't
nothing,
even, I feel
nothing.
bad for her because I'm like, you're really powerful and intelligent. Like that was a great move. But he was like, where are you? I know how to find you. I'll move the planets like dust.
No, right, right.
Like, okay.
No, that was
Like
cold.
like for real. If he
Yeah.
had knocked me out the sky like that, I'd have got up and left. I'd have got back in my bubble and went through
He
that
said,
portal.
"Let me cover all of the sky area. I know
Yeah.
she's in the vicinity, like, and let all the rocks stick to her force field to identify her invisible walls."
Yeah.
Like, that was cold.
Yeah. Like Doctor Doom really, he's that kid you didn't want to play with when you were playing like superpowers as a kid. He's like, Infinity Shield. Oh, I have infinite blasters. Oh, I have
Right.
strength.
Except he really does, though.
Yeah, I'm like, what do you mean you can extinguish fire, stop a rock with rocks, and stretch a man with eye contact? Like, what are we talking about? So yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, nah.
But no, I think yeah, the new Sue Storm, like salute to her because that was a great casting of a person. So yeah.
Okay, okay. All right, well, last but not least, let's do Reed.
All right, you got to take this one first. I'm scared of
What?
this.
No, it's your turn.
You passed the torch last time. Not the torch.
I know I did not.
Oh, what?
I did Sue Storm. I went first.
Oh shoot. Okay, it is on me then.
Mm-hmm.
Ah,
Uh,
man.
yep.
All right. So first of all, shout out to everybody first. I feel like they actually cast Reed Richards really well 3 times in a row.
Honestly, oh, it's my turn. Sorry.
Go ahead, go ahead. I'm not even.
No, no, it's your turn.
All right. Um, I don't. I think it has to go to the new Fantastic Four. I think it has to go to 2025, which kind of isn't fair because he's a more complete character. So you know what? I'm not gonna give it to him, but for the same reason that I can't give it to the Thing in 2025. Like the Thing's story matters too much, and since they're starting off with everyone
Wait,
was
you're not giving it to him?
I
Wait,
I I don't think I can.
wait, then who are you giving it to?
I'm thinking.
Oh, how do you explain who you're not giving it to? Who are you giving it to?
I'm trying to look. This is difficult.
That's why I didn't want to go first.
Nah, it has to go to him. Even though I can definitely, I think I would have had to give it to 2015 after that, which is a surprise to me. But it has to go to 2025. I think he's an overthinker that's aware of himself that leads the team well. Yeah, he's got it. I like him as Reed Richards in 2025. Did it, okay? Oh yeah, design wise, that's 2015 hands down. That's actually not a I actually take your vote too. You better vote the same thing. That's how sure I
Well,
know.
I mean, you're not wrong because yeah, I would I would put 2015 as well, as far as design visually.
Yeah,
But as far as I mean, I'm with you on the other thing too. I think, yeah, I think I'd give it to the 2025, like out of just the matured version of everything, like because that's the thing. It's like it's almost like watching the same person for real in real life and being like, well, just at what point are you watching their story?
yeah,
You know, it's like I liked the 2015 and how they showed him as a child and him doing the science project and he was just this little nerdy boy and and it's like that's what he was interested in, was trying to being in the classroom and the teacher saying you need to do a real assignment,
yeah,
like and he's like, well, I'm trying to figure out like freaking quantum physics, like
right,
that's what I'm trying to do as a kid. And so for him to grow up as like, and it wasn't dramatic, like they showed his story of him, just that's what he was interested in, like
yeah,
that's where he put his effort and his focus, and they showed the gradual process of him, of the gradual development of like him turning into this sciency guy that actually figured out something big that the Victor guy had already figured out. But it's like them just showing that story, I feel like made you really see like young Reed Richards like grow up. And then but to see that same character full grown as a married man and father and leader that's already been a part of the Fantastic Four for a while, it's like
yeah.
he would have to step up in those ways. Like, like I don't know. I feel like I'd give it to the 2025, like you said, but
Hmm.
yeah, it is a
Yeah,
close call.
yeah. That's what I didn't. That's almost what I didn't want to do. I was like, dang, I don't want to just ask the question of like, almost like, do you like yourself better when you were 15, 20, or 30? It's like, well,
Mm-hmm.
the older you get, the smarter you get, hopefully. So,
It's so
but
special.
so I'm like, I didn't want to judge him off of the fact that his character is more mature, but I actually don't think I'm doing that. I think it is the execution of that nuance that's not easy to do. And I'm like, yeah, no, they casted, I think, really well for everybody. But yeah, and I just think the original it was a little lighter. Like I think there's characters that were, yeah, I just felt like the winners of the original Fantastic Four are the two extremes, which was the extreme pain of the Thing and the extreme like comic relief guy in the Human Torch. But yeah, so
Yeah.
mhm, yeah, yeah. Who do you think? Bonus question: who is the best Doctor Doom out of the two that we saw?
I can't remember him from the most recent one, the 2025 one. That's the funny thing.
Oh, he wasn't. I mean, he was in a post-credit scene about to steal the baby, but he didn't.
Oh, that's
We're really
right.
picking between. Yeah, we're picking between the older two ones.
Oh, okay. Um, okay, well, yeah, I mean, this is actually very simple. So, as far as uh person character, I would definitely say the original. Like he was just like a real villain. He just seemed real, but he seemed like that realistic like friend turned villain, or not even friend, but just like a guy that's just around. Like he seems, I don't know, like he just you saw him go dark. Like he seemed like he was already just kind of off, but he just went dark, and to show him being sneaky and not wanting to tell them about his power and him just kind of and how he turned on them, and like so I feel like they showed more of his humanity, and we interacted with him a lot. And I feel like in the 2015 one, he was around, but I don't feel like they got deep into like I didn't feel anything for Victor like the whole time really. Like I didn't like I really felt when he like went dark in the originals, but in the 2015 one, yeah, not so much. But as far as visual and like the effects and I'm like, heck yeah, 2015.
Dang,
Like this guy was crazy.
you better change my mind. I was thinking it was a no-brainer 2015, but I'm like, the more I think about him in this movie, the 2015 one that we just watched, um, no, I think you're right. Like everything that would make him dangerous was actually off screen. Like
Yeah, they
when
didn't
he
get into
joins
that.
the team, they're like, "Hold on, you have Victor Von Doom here? You know better than that. He should be in jail." And it's like, didn't see that. You know.
Right.
Then we meet him, and he seems kind of like a misunderstood teen.
Mm-hmm.
It's just kind of like, oh, he likes Sue Storm too, and that's kind of it. But really, it's the fact that you know who he is that carries him through that movie. But
Yeah.
yeah, but then it's like, oh well, he gets dropped in a pit of cosmic goo, and next time we see him, he doesn't care about the planet.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, there is a pretty big gap between what we watched and what we saw versus
Yeah,
what we were told.
because in the originals they showed that whole process of him investing in the mission,
Yeah,
him going, getting affected, but then not saying nothing but he, the investors, the people who said we're pulling out, basically, it's
yeah,
like you see him get crushed behind that, and he was angry, and then he
yeah.
goes and he kills the guy. It's like, and then it's like, and he's so
Ooh,
angry at the fact that the mission didn't work out and somebody pulled out, and it's just like you saw him going dark, like you saw the
yeah,
reason why he was angry. He was willing to do the mission, and then when it all failed, it's like, and now people, we all got these little superpowers that we've been affected by. It's like, but the mission didn't work, and I'm angry.
yeah.
Like, so I feel like all of that made sense. So when he starts tripping, it feels earned, like it feels understood.
Mhm.
But yeah, this guy, like you said, like he was there, and yeah, he kind of had a little, he didn't want to be there. He wasn't. It's not like he was all buddy buddy with everybody, but it's like that just is a big jump still. Like
Yeah,
that's why I said earlier, like it really seems like for him to not care about the planet, like you said,
yeah,
like it seems like he spent a year on that other planet, and when he fell into that stuff, and he this was realistic. Like he for real
yeah,
spent a year on another galaxy, wherever he was at,
yeah,
like, and got not accumulated. What's the word? Dang, acquainted basically, like
mhm,
with the land there, and like he really would, like he's gone, like he's no longer the same person almost,
yeah,
like. But that's how I feel like would happen if somebody for real got stuck in a jungle and survived, like
yeah.
for a year. Like they will not be the same person.
I don't know you anymore. You were
Yeah, exactly.
villain,
Like that's
not
what
what
that seemed like.
Yeah, no, that's true. No, you convinced me. That wasn't even a slight change of mind. I was like, oh yeah, no, that is. And it's not like either one is a bad decision. Like
Yeah.
I can definitely relate. Not relate. I don't know what it's like to be stranded on a planet, but the idea of a guy that already has something against the world being trapped on another planet for a year and then coming back with the powers he did, that's not hard math to me. Like,
Yeah, no.
yeah,
Because I
yes,
mean, look at what happened to them, and they only got a piece of it,
right.
and they
And
went
they're
home.
still trying to cope. Like, all of them
Right.
are actually processing stuff together. So, yeah, you take all those problems and then don't give yourself a therapist. That's
Yeah, like no support. Like he just had to deal with falling in that stuff, whatever it was. He falls in it, and then clearly he didn't die from it. So it's like from that fall, they went in back in the little space shuttle thing, went back home. A year goes by, but for him, a year went by. Like he probably got out of it and looked around and was like, they're gone.
yeah,
There's no shuttle here, and there's no way he can get back. So from that moment, I mean, maybe he carried hope for, I don't know, a month, maybe a couple months. Like, but it's like, dang, like. But then when I feel like what was happening, you know what they could do? They could make a whole side video, movie of what he went through on that planet, like just how that went. You know, like, or even if it wasn't a full movie, but even like a side clip of
hmm,
he fell into that stuff, like maybe he sat there and was just still waiting, having hope that they're going to come back and get me. Clearly, they know they left me. Like they're going to come back. It's like,
yeah,
but then after time is passing, it's like he's probably still in shock that this all happened. Like there's probably like shock blended with hope that they'll return, blended with I'm experiencing powers because they started immediately experiencing powers.
yes,
So once he started experiencing powers, he probably felt kind of safe almost to
yeah,
like be on that planet because it was powers he's never experienced before. And so he probably felt like, oh shoot, like this actually isn't as scary. Like, and then the fact that they start, they came back when they
yeah,
did, he probably just accepted the fact that they're not coming back. And he just started just, I don't know, owning those powers and just staying focused on what he can do, his new abilities. Like once they came back, he was probably like, he already had a plan. Actually, he was already thinking,
yeah,
I'm gonna destroy y'all's Earth.
yeah.
Like,
I don't
geez,
even think he what's it called though? What's funny is that that's what kind of, I can't say helped and hurt. It just felt like this that last closer, the climax of the movie was a little rushed, but I don't think it was rushed. I think it's just that it wasn't personal. Like they built
yeah,
this entire relationship with Victor, and he was part of the team, and then an experiment goes wrong, and then and then the whole thing happens. But it's like the real enemy of this movie is the government. Like
yeah,
Victor and the Fantastic Four are both correct.
that's a good point. Yeah,
Yeah, like it's like Victor immediately wakes up and says the heroic thing when he's like, I got powers. And that guy's like, what kind of power? And he's like, the kind of power men like you should never have. And it's like, that's the only thing he probably thought. Like he never, that no one trusted them. The government was always trying to get their hands on the experiment. As soon as they succeeded, that's why they had to rush and go because they were going to give it to NASA. Like, and so there's just this idea of like, y'all have always wanted to rip this out of our hands as soon as we succeeded. And
yeah,
now it's ours. I'm taking you out. Like that was
hmm,
his motivation.
yeah,
And the only problem is that he aimed at the planet. Like it was never personal for him. He didn't actually hate the Fantastic Four. He wasn't mad
yeah.
at what's his name for stealing his girl. Like he didn't even know Ben. Like there was actually no problem. But his goal is to destroy something that they clearly need to protect. And
That's why I feel like it aligns with that concept of like he was just really gone for a year,
yeah,
like, and just like if this was a real story, like he really developed powers from being on that planet and his mindset changed. I mean,
yeah,
you see this happen to people when they go on like retreats or they, I don't know, experience some crazy traumatic event and they're like a different person. I mean,
right.
maybe it's a death in the family or, something where it's like they're different after that moment. But imagine being on a planet for a year dealing with what that. It's
Right.
like his mindset is probably like, y'all don't even know, like on Earth we're so feeble, and like this is bigger than that. Like he probably really changed because yeah, he never took it not took it personal, but well, that too, he never took it personal that they left him.
Yeah, and they didn't leave him.
They
It
could
was
have
like
played off that.
his handle. Yeah, they could have, but I'm actually glad they didn't.
Me too.
Like,
Yeah, me
because
too.
that was the thing's problem. The thing was you left me. Like that was that whole situation. Reed Richards runs
Yeah,
away from the facility, but it's like no, they really tried to pull you up, and they really couldn't, and your hand really disintegrated right in front of them. Like,
hmm,
like you want to be mad, but you're like, he tried to help.
he yeah,
Like it just was unfortunate. Like, yeah,
yeah,
but I think
yeah. So they definitely that consistent.
as soon as he saw that next team come and he saw that it wasn't the Fantastic Four, like he's like, oh, this is what y'all meant to do the first time. Y'all meant to send real astronauts out to take the information.
Right.
And he's like, nah, I'm coming back for y'all.
Yeah,
Like,
right. Because he could have did something powerful in that moment.
nah, he came back limping too. He
Right.
came back like he really couldn't handle it.
Yeah,
Like
he
this
played them.
dude,
He played them.
I didn't even think about that.
I
That
know
was
because
so,
like,
like he was
like
not struggling at all.
at all. Like for him to do that, I don't know why I didn't think about that until right now. Because
Nah, this is diabolical. I didn't even realize that
I don't
was.
know why I thought like this is what I thought. I thought that he was like almost like somebody that was sick, but oh, they got better.
Yeah,
Like they're their normal self again. So y'all better watch out. It's like, no, wait. He been there for a year and then y'all showed up. He was fine.
right.
He let y'all think he wasn't just so y'all can put him in the ship. Because if they would, like they would have been expecting it would have been a war when he got back,
Yeah,
waiting for him because
exactly.
they got cameras and they're communicating with those guys. So it's like he let them take him on on a stretcher.
Yeah. You know what
Like,
else is crazy? They picked. That's how you know that he was playing them, because they even pointed that out. Like, um, the what's it called was like when they got there, Reed was like, "Oh, the terrain is different." Like,
oh yeah, it
and
wasn't
then
going.
yeah, they weren't in the same location at all, and it's a planet. So like, you know what I mean? It's like if you popped up in Texas one day and California the next. It's like I don't know where he was, but he clearly covered like miles worth of ground, then got in range and started limping.
Right.
Like,
Mhm. Yeah, that's hilarious.
oh man,
Because yeah, there's no way he knew they were coming or knew where they were.
yeah.
Well,
So
apparently he knew
yeah,
where they were once they got there.
yeah. He's like, oh, I have visitors, and literally booked it.
And that's like
Yeah,
when you that's like what we would do in our life or in our world, where it's like you want somebody to think your ankle hurts, so you hear them in the other room, and right before you turn the corner, you start limping.
ah, yep,
Like that's
yeah.
exactly what he
That's
did.
what, that's
Like,
what he did. He put a thermometer in the sink and
yeah,
put that mug, got that mug up to 102. Then came and saw mom and said, I don't know if I can make
well, yeah,
it.
that's hilarious. Yeah, nah,
Yeah,
he played them. I don't know why I didn't think of that till now.
yeah. Nah, that's gold. Oh, what
That's
up, not Nortex, not
no
Trex,
tricks.
no Trex. Um, wait, you said this movie is the biggest piece of sheep.
He said
Which
the
one?
OG. Well, he said the OG was great. So
Okay, so '05 was fire.
yeah,
And
he
then,
has to be talking about the 2015 one because that's the one that's on the cover on our thumbnail.
unless you didn't like the one that's out now, that too. 2025.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
This,
definitely.
I gotta say, this Fantastic Four might, maybe, I don't know. I was gonna say this Fantastic Four series, because Spider-Man has the same thing. Like they have the Tobey Maguire, then they have Andrew Garfield, and then they have Tom Holland Spider-Man today. It's like, well, now we have three Fantastic Fours, but I feel like Nah, I can't say that. Never mind. I was like, the new Spider-Man is still pretty dope. I was just trying to figure out which one was better, but I actually think they did a good job with all of them.
I think so. Yeah, I think all of them were good. Because I feel like in comparison to other movies that do this same thing, it's usually really easy to point out the dud. You know,
Yes, agreed.
it's like obvious. Like, why did they even try? Like,
Yeah, yeah.
they shouldn't have even put that out. But I feel like they did a good job with making all of them good in their own way. So,
Hmm. Yeah, nah, I agree. They're different. That's another thing too, is they, especially this 2015 one, I have to give it props for not being scared to push the boundaries. Because they definitely could have
yeah.
remade the same movie with a different skin. But I'm like, this felt, they got their powers completely differently. Like they teleported, they didn't go to space.
Mm-hmm.
Like they they dealt with the government instead of the civilian population.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
yeah, like they
Yeah, they all had
definitely,
different storylines, but the same storyline at the same time. Yeah.
yeah. No, I just felt like, yeah, I was like, man, that's risky. Like, especially for the I don't know. When you're dealing with comic books, you always have two people. You have people who want to see a good movie, and you have people who want to see what they've read. And so
Hmm.
you're also risking half your audience every time you make a movie that's different. So yeah, that's
Which one's the closest to the comic? Because I never read the comic.
yeah. From my understanding, it would have to be well, the original, and I assume the newest movie, since that's kind of playing off of the original in concept. But yeah, I mean, the idea that Johnny and Sue are like adopted siblings, like that's new for sure. Like they've always been blood siblings, and yeah, like
Oh,
but
okay.
I think they had to justify Johnny being black, so I think that's just how you do it. It's like we got to, if you're going to have a sibling, we have to explain that. If you're just going to recast one person, then it's like get over it. But yeah, if that's still going to be your sister, you have to explain how that melanin gap happened.
Yeah. No,
But
that makes sense.
but yeah, so yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
dang,
I don't think. Yeah, there's no other characters to compare because yeah, there's no Silver Surfer, no Galactus, no Doom. Um, Doom. I mean, we did him already for the most part. Yeah, I think that's it.
okay. Last question, and we could close it out for you. If you could have a sequel of one movie from one of these eras, which one would you want the most?
Good question. Let me think of how they ended. Okay. The most recent one that's out in theaters now ended with them showing Doctor Doom with the baby at the end. So that's like, okay, what are they gonna do? Galactus got shoved by the Silver Surfer into the portal. So it's like, yeah. So I feel like I have some kind of like interest in that to see like where that would go. Is Galactus coming back? Like, are they gonna show like the Silver Surfer in some kind of way? Like, and what happens once they went through the portal? Was what I want to see the baby's powers, like, because that was such a big deal. Like, there was a lot of hype around that. So it's like, okay. So I do want to. So that's okay. There's that. The first one, how did the first one end? As far well, not the first one, part two though. How did that end?
Let me see. So the original was Doom. The second one was the Silver Surfer just flying into the cosmic dust storm.
Oh,
Um,
yeah,
and,
no, I
and
don't.
and then they get married. That was another thing too. They finally got married.
You know
This,
what? Yeah, no, one's out. I think one is like I'm satisfied. Like I
yeah.
don't need to see any more from the originals, the
Yeah.
original two. So yeah, so that's out. And then the 2015 one ended with how did that end?
They figured out their name. Remember, they were all kind of joking about what they're gonna call
Oh,
themselves.
okay, yeah. 2025. That's the winner.
Okay, that's the one. Okay,
I want
yeah,
to
I
see
think
him the baby. Like I want to see what happens with this baby that grows up, Reed Richards and Sue Storm's baby, and then I want to know what happens with because if the baby has powers, and then clearly Doctor Doom enters the scene in the newest one, and it's like, well, what's about to happen? Like he's holding the baby basically, or talking to the toddler, I should say.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's just that one wins for me.
Yeah. There was I was watching a review of someone who I need to look it up for myself because they were trying to figure out what is the power scope of this baby, and I forget this. It was something along the lines of like the answer they got back from Google. It sounded like Google was scared to talk about it. So this baby might just be tossing Doctor Doom around like it's a joke. I don't know. But yeah, but no, I'm with you. I definitely think it's the newest one. Yeah, easy. I think they have the most potential, and they're already a complete cast. So I'd be curious to see how they incorporate. They probably just get incorporated into the other Marvel stuff, which actually makes me a lot more nervous. So hopefully they stay by themselves. That'd be much nicer, actually.
Who do you think would? This is so random. Who do you think would win? The Rock guy and the Hulk.
Oh my goodness, the Hulk.
Wait, I can't hear you. Hello.
Oh.
Hey, hello.
Can you hear me?
No, your audio is like something's wrong.
How about?
Nope, it's lower. Well, basically, the question is I was just thinking about the Rock guy and the Hulk. Like, I'm not familiar with Marvel enough to know like the power structure, like almost like the hierarchy of who belongs on who's in whose, what do you call it? Who's in whose range or whatever the word is.
Just scope.
Scope. There we go.
Yeah. Wait, you can hear me now?
Yeah, you're just super. Something's wrong with your audio, but I mean, it's good enough to finish. We're almost done anyway.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, two things answering your question and no tracks. You were talking about the scene from Fantastic Four with the Silver Surfer pushes Johnny out the way.
I said that was kind of cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Nah, agreed. I like that. I like that Johnny was willing to do it and that he didn't get to because they'd have to rename the movie. So, yeah, that was great. And yeah, I feel like the Hulk would body the Thing. For one, he's a rock, and I feel like Hulk's whole thing is like Hulk smash. So I feel like he'd just break him. But yeah, I can't see a world where they fight each other and it makes any sense.
I mean, they both seem strong. Like okay.
Yeah.
I think it's because they built the same. Like they both look alike, low key.
Yeah, they play the same role on their respective teams. It's just what the team's scale is. Like I feel like the Fantastic Four, kind of like I said, like the Fantastic Four should not be fighting the people they keep fighting. They shouldn't be winning. But like,
right, they shouldn't be winning. That's
yeah, like they keep getting.
They shouldn't be winning.
Yeah, they get Avenger level threats, but they shouldn't be able to handle those threats. Like, but when I think
are they in any of the like Avengers?
Technically one. Not all of them either. It's just one. Actually, you've seen it too, but
I don't remember any of. I mean, I need to organize Marvel in my head. Like I don't have an organized. Yeah, like I don't remember if I saw. I never seen the Fantastic Four, so if I did see somebody, I would have not known what the heck was going on.
Yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, I think. Well, I guess. No, it really doesn't matter. I was gonna say for sure, comic book Hulk. I don't think ever wants to like. I don't think the Thing will ever want to see comic book Hulk. That would just be a bad day. But I think even in the main story, yeah, the Hulk's just kind of a different kind of problem. Yeah, the Thing just seems slower too. Like the Hulk seems like a very athletic, destructive force. The Thing just seems like momentum. And I don't see him win enough either. Like it feels like because the Fantastic Four fight people so overpowered, you never get to really see him like be the muscle, you know? Like Galactus gets on the planet and it's like, well, the thing gets thrown into orbit. Like he's not actually shown as like the muscle. He's shown as the thing that proves the other thing is the muscle.
But
Like, like that's
well,
almost what his role is.
I feel like there was a scene in the original where Doctor Doom made a comment that kind of sticks with me, but I almost feel like it didn't land all the way. Like it's almost like I didn't fully get it, but I saw what they were trying to do. But it's the comment that he made when he was like, I just got to get rid of like their bodyguard.
Yeah.
You know, and it seemed like they tried to hype that up to where it was like, you know, he's like, well, when Reed Richards and Sue Storm leave, and Johnny, I guess, well, I think, well, he took Reed Richards, I guess, but
Yeah.
it's like he was really trying to take the powers away from the Rock guy, as if it's
Yeah.
like this dude is a problem. Like I gotta disarm him and turn him back to a normal person, and then unalive him. You know, like in order to actually have a chance at winning against the other three. Like, so
Right.
it seemed like they hyped him up in that sense, but I'm like, I don't feel like there was ever a follow through. Like, there was never something he did where I was like, dang, he's cold. Like I never felt that way. Like,
Yeah.
honestly, I feel like Johnny
Is
seems
the
like
muscle.
the most like dynamic.
Yeah. No,
He's like
that
the
is
threat. Like,
yeah, nah, I agree. Johnny has because it's not like he's struggling in the power department. Like when he wants to fly through a building or a huge pillar made out of stone, like Johnny can do it too. He just does it much faster. Uh so yeah, I do feel like yeah, like I don't know. The thing feels like I don't think I've seen him be the muscle. I think I hear he's the muscle all
yeah.
the time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, but
Agreed. Yeah.
and so yeah, it seems more like his job is to prove that someone else is really strong when he gets punched through six holes, six buildings. But
Yeah, it's like that's what he's supposed to represent or something. Because he always has those scenes that come up, or maybe I'm just reading into it. Because it's like when Sue Storm decides that she's about to like she's had enough and she's about to
mhm,
use her force field or go invisible and do something, and then she gets knocked upside the head. It's like, okay, you
right,
know, or even, but I feel like Johnny usually gets through most of the things in
right,
all three of them.
yeah,
But then Reed Richards as well. It's like when he's about to try something against the bad guy, and all of a sudden he gets knocked upside the head. But when the Rock guy is about to do something, I'd be like, okay, here we go. I'd be like, okay, this is about to be, and then he gets hit like a freaking like everybody else, and
yeah,
I'd be like, oh, this wasn't that moment. Like I
yeah,
thought he was about to like do damage, and he just gets thrown like a rock.
yeah.
He gets
Because I
skipped
think
like a
the
rock.
problem is he's fighting people that are outsmarting him. Because that's what I thought too. I was like,
Yeah,
oh man, the like, the flame guy gets I don't know, snuffed out by whatever surrounding rocks, took him out. And then it's like, oh, then Doom throws a giant rock at the thing. And I'm like, oh, that's his element. He's going to crush that. And then he punches it, it
right.
breaks apart. And then the rocks start attacking him from every angle. And it's just like, well, I almost wish you'd have threw more rocks at him and then maybe did something
Right.
else. It's like he just lost. Like they're
Yeah.
just yeah. But that's
Yeah.
a like that's a Power Ranger struggle too. Like when I like when shows struggle in different ways, like where it's like, ooh, Johnny Storm flies, and then he gets hit with a puddle of water, so he gets burned out. Then the thing runs up, but he gets farther and he actually gets his hands on the guy. But that's when, like, like he actually fights him and takes him into another zip code. And like, it's like,
Mhm.
but it feels like everybody in the Fantastic Four has to lose at the same time. And then has to win at the same time, and that's
Yeah.
the part where I kind of wish they'd struggle in different areas in different ways, so that yeah, yeah. But that's the Power Ranger syndrome. I think like they're really one person, not four individuals. 'Cause
Yeah.
especially Reed too. I thought that was really weird that to you shouldn't be the last one to lose. Because it's like Johnny Storm's the hothead. He goes in first. I get it. He gets taken out. The Thing is the muscle. So he's thinking, okay, Johnny, maybe not. And then it's like the Invisible Woman goes invisible and gets caught. And it's like, now you think to yourself, my power is to stretch. The thing I'm not gonna do is run towards him. Like
Right.
that I don't have
I don't
what
have
the
to.
other people that lost have. So since I have a brain and might be the smartest one in the group, I'm going to do something that's gonna give them an advantage without something. But yeah, the fact that that didn't happen, I was just kind of like, yeah, he just kind of willed his way into a victory. I was like, like that was another thing I did like more about it, even though the last movie, the 2025 movie, still kind of had a weird last push. The fact that like Galactus was such a threat that Reed Richards just got in the lab and
Right.
said, "Yo, we
We need
gotta
to
get,
move the transport. What
we
was it?
need to move the
The
planet."
whole
Like,
teleport. That's what it was. He said we need to teleport the
like
planet. Like that. What that reminds me of, like that makes me think about like somebody getting bullied at school, or and they come home and tell their parents, and the parents go like kind of like that Kevin Hart skit when he was like, "Was that a kid?"
yeah,
It's like when the parents see who the threat is, and they're like, "Yeah, we need to just move zip
we're
code.
gonna get,
Like we're
yeah,
just gonna move you out of this school. We're actually gonna move out of the neighborhood."
yeah.
Like, like what?
We've been thinking of going to the suburbs anyway. Like, nah, that is a fun. Like this new the new Fantastic Four were so afraid of their threat that they made the invention of the 2025 movie.
Yeah.
Like, like
Oh man.
it was a teleporter. It's like, yeah, listen, I'm gonna pull from my alternate dimension self, and that's gonna save us because we're not beating that. So
Yeah.
yeah, I did
I'm
feel
kind of
like that.
dealing with it.
Yeah, like I was just glad they did that. I'm glad the writers thought, what does Reed Richards do that the other people don't? And it's like he thinks better than everyone else. Let's use that,
Right.
not his power. So yeah, I did appreciate that part. Oh my goodness, yeah,
Yeah, and in the first well, the original and the 2015 one, they were dealing with Doctor Doom both times. So
yeah,
like the Silver Surfer, yeah, kind of hit the scene a little bit, but that wasn't the main issue, like in the original at least. But
yeah.
yeah, so it seems like in the 2025 one, for him to make that decision of teleporting the planet, it's like they've only been dealing with, well, low key though, Doctor. If they had to deal with the 2015 Doctor Doom, they should have moved the planet even then.
Yeah,
I mean, he was taking it.
he was taking it away.
Like, yeah. So
That's why that's such a good. What's it called though? Like they have to tone him down because I do want it to be a good movie. So if they're gonna use Doctor Doom in this new one, they got to calm him down, or they need more friends.
or
But
maybe the Silver Surfer is going to come back and help because she did kind of team up with them at the end.
I I feel like whenever like a threat like that gets pushed into a portal, like they've been pushed into a remake. Like they're not going to be in the sequel. Like,
The Silver Surfer?
well, because they went out with Galactus, I just kind of feel like they both have to be gone. Um,
Oh, okay.
yeah, I
I
don't
mean, I
think.
see that. I see that. I think I saw both, but I could tell it was kind of a stretch. But I was thinking like, oh, maybe they're gonna, like show what happens once they got over there and make some kind of sequel of like Galactus is trying to get back, or I don't know, something.
Yeah, it also doesn't have good, like, because of who the Fantastic Four are. Like, you can't have a friend like the Silver Surfer on speed dial because it just hurts the movie. Like,
True. Yeah.
like she flew around the planet and took out
Knocked
all.
out all of them,
Like,
like at the speed of light, low key though.
yeah,
Like,
like
yeah,
they built a spaceship and couldn't escape her on a surfboard. Like that was the problem. Like they were running through a
her
wormhole.
surfboard. Yeah.
Like that's who we're talking about. So it's like she can't be in the next movie and there be it's the same problem you have with like a Superman movie though. Like having Superman and Batman on the same team don't make sense really, because Batman fights crime at night. Like Superman punches planets out of orbit at will. They're just
My
they don't
God.
have any business being back to back. Like
So Batman would be on the same level as like Spider-Man then, like him fighting crime in New York City, basically.
yeah. Like that's
Like they're not like space level, like not even
yeah,
space. They don't gotta be space, but like that type of power, you know? Like it seems like they're just dealing with like neighborhood
yeah.
Spider-Man. Like
Yeah, that's why Peter Parker is so or Spider-Man is so fun to watch though, because that is his scope. So whenever he ends up in a higher level threat, he feels like, dang, I'm just a neighborhood kid. Like I'm I'm just a kid from Brooklyn trying to do right by the world. And so when yeah, like he's either on a team and he's in over his head, or it just feels relatable. But yeah, like
yeah.
the Fantastic Four are kind of in that scope. Not to say they haven't handled bigger stuff, but I'm just like they don't have the power set to like handle what they're handling. Yeah, but
Yeah, I feel like watching them, to be honest, like I never feel like I understand what they're capable of. Like every time a scene comes up, I never feel confident.
yeah,
Like I never feel confident to be like, oh, they got this, or so and so has this part, like for sure, or so and
yeah,
so. Like I never feel that way, especially with the rock guy, which we already taled about. But it's like I feel like that about all of them. The most confidence I have is in Johnny, the fire guy. Like
yeah,
he just, what's his name? The Human Torch.
yeah.
But
He
yeah, like
also just does what he needs to. Like I don't even understand
yeah,
how like he he flew through rock pillars. Like
right,
I don't actually understand how that's possible.
right. Because
You
he
know,
is just, well, he's
he's just fire.
stronger.
I mean, they didn't tell me that though. He just
Yeah,
caught on
it's just
fire.
he flies and he has fire.
Yeah, because like if that's the case,
That's
Sue
true.
Storm could have did it too. She just needs to learn how to roll that ball a little faster. But like to me, I thought that was the Thing's job. I thought the Human Torch chases people really fast when they try to fly away, like the Silver Surfer. But yeah,
Yeah,
no,
it's like where, well, okay, so in any of the other ones, did they show the Human Torch with any kind of power, or even in the comics, like, or in the original, did he? Because what if that's just a part of the the effects
the
of like,
package.
yeah, like
Yeah, like if they hadn't explicitly said what their powers were, like the Thing is a rock, the Invisible Woman refracts light and makes force fields. What's his name stretches, and the Human Torch is combustible now. It's like that's what I. They didn't say they have enhanced physiology that lets them do anything besides those things. So, like, if he can, he can. But
yeah,
that is how
that's
I
true.
feel. I'm just kind of like, because like Doctor Doom, I'm like, once he woke up, I had a very good scope of his powers.
Oh,
Like,
it was very clear. Yeah,
well, honestly, it wasn't. The, everyone has the same
the
problem. I don't
synapse
understand Doctor
alone.
Doom's powers either. I actually don't know what I'm saying when I talk about him. I just know he can do it. Like, yeah, like talking about Doctor
Okay,
Doom feels like a theological statement. Like, we
wait.
have to talk about attributes.
Did he have? Did Doctor Doom have? Well, okay, if we had to specifically name his power, he he's moving things with his mind, like
Yeah,
stuff. But is like what's it connected to? It's like, can he move metal or like what is it?
I think it's telekinetic. Like, I think it's,
What?
sorry, um, he can, like, telepathic means you can speak with only your thoughts. Telekinetic means you can affect things with only your thoughts.
So he can
Like,
literally affect anything. He can move cotton. He can move
he,
metal. He can move
he
silver.
exploded a man's face that was covered, like, in quarantine
He
material.
wasn't doing that in the original.
Yeah, I mean, but he blew a hole in a man with electricity there. But but that's what I mean. Like
They
he,
keep changing their powers, low key.
yeah, like Doctor Doom's power set doesn't actually make sense to me. Like,
Like Spider Man always has web. Like that's what he
yeah,
does.
yes, like the
Like
Human Torch always catches on fire. He doesn't always fly through brick walls, but
But he's shown power though, you know, like even when he had to fight, like he's shown like he's not just a weak man.
No,
You
I
know?
didn't. Yeah, like I didn't. I never thought he was weak. I just never knew he was. I don't know who's superhuman and who's not.
Yeah, it's yeah, it's confusing, low key.
So yeah, but I'm like Doctor Doom seems to have mastery over every power set the Fantastic Four have, but amplified by however long he was sitting in that pool of yeah superpower magma. And I mean yeah, I don't. So I guess that's what it is. Like the thing makes sense to me because he's a rock that punches things, and Mr. Fantastic makes sense to me because he stretches and is smart. But yeah, the Storms, Sue and Johnny, they both seem like they are conveniently strong or weak enough for whatever scene they need to be in. But
Yeah.
I never feel like, oh, they should have like I don't even it was when they went through the wormhole and Johnny like was outside of the
I was
force
thinking the
field.
same thing.
I
I'm not
was
gonna
like, time, space, and matter condensed to a singularity. And you know this since you're a scientist too. So I like, how are you good?
Yeah, I was thinking that exact same thing when he was on the outside. Like I was what's funny is I was anticipating. I was on edge having the thought of are they going to put him in the bubble or not? Like
Yeah,
I thought about it because I saw him flying back when they were just like, "All right, let's get out of here," basically, and then he just flies alongside on the outside of Sue Storm's force field
yeah,
thing, and I was like, "Okay,"
yeah,
like he didn't need to because I was thinking, isn't he just on fire and flying? Like, can't
yeah.
he still get hit or just like I don't know, like wouldn't he need that type of protection? Like, I wish I understood this stuff more because I'm like, whatever her little force field is doing it's like can what are the things that like why is almost like the question is why is she doing that and is fire an exception to where it's like oh well if something's on fire it wouldn't get affected by that.
Yeah, agreed. That's a
I
great.
don't understand how it works.
Yeah. No, I think you asked the right question. It either means the force field is unnecessary, or Johnny has some explaining to do. But
Oh,
those
you
are the
know
only.
what? This is funny. How are they moving? Well, I guess she could fly almost with the force field. She can't fly literally, but the force field causes her to be able to float.
Yeah, they that's new actually. That's another thing that I didn't actually know she could do, but they did it in this movie. Was yeah, the ability if you're in a force field, it's like she can control, which logically does make sense because she can pick things up. Like if she puts a force field underneath something, she could
Oh,
pick
she can like
thing up.
move it.
Yeah, so she just for some reason no one else has thought to do that, but yeah, she just puts the force field around herself and picks herself up. So that track,
Yeah.
I never saw her do it, but I have no logical reason why that shouldn't be a thing.
Yeah, the funny thing is just it's like there's no way that they would have been able to get out of there without if that wasn't the case though. They wouldn't be able to move around like unless they're all going to hop on Johnny's back, which they'd all burn.
You know what? That's weird. I just thought about it because they needed Johnny to push the force field out of the black hole once. Remember? Because they got to the other side and then they saw the stuff was disintegrating and they were like, Johnny. And then Johnny pushed them out of the way.
Yeah.
Like, why did that actually wasn't necessary if she's able to move it herself? So,
Yeah, no, that's a good point.
see, this is what movie reviews shouldn't do. This is what happens when we go over time. We start
I
finding.
know. Wait, so in the most recent one, so the one that's in theaters now,
Mhm.
Sue Storm, I'm trying to think back to the scenes from watching it. Was she ever floating in her force field?
Nah, I don't think so. I don't think. No, I don't think so.
Okay, so she always had to be on the ground, but she could put a force field around other things or herself. But it can't carry her and make her float.
Yes.
Okay, then yeah, they just did that.
Yeah, and they definitely didn't have it in the original because I think in the second movie they were power swapping, and that
Oh
was
yeah, because when what's her name, Jessica Alba, when she started when she switched powers with the fire, her brother.
Hmm.
That was the first time where she was floating.
Yeah. So
Yeah, okay, so they just, yeah, it's an interesting change.
yeah, but
But
I
I
think
oh, go ahead.
it's funny because I'm like, I think I see what the appeal of the Fantastic Four is because it's not. It is their chemistry. It's like watching the Ninja Turtles a little bit. Like it's their chemistry that
Yeah.
is fun. It's not actually their powers, and so yeah, I don't know. It's just funny because as I get more familiar with them now through watching multiple things, it's how well can they master that character dynamic. But the powers here seem like a second thought, but that's not
Yeah,
how I
'cause
feel when I watch Iron Man or Spider Man or Captain America. Like I feel like I have a very clear understanding of when they're inside of their element or when they're screwed before I see the
yeah.
face.
Yeah, and there's not like, well, no, I guess there is. There's I'm thinking of like superhero movies where there is some kind of team where the focus, like the focus really, like you see the bond between the
Mhm.
characters, like, and that's kind of the point.
Yeah.
Just like Johnny and her sister, that matters. Like a woman and her, the guy that, you know, they low key like each other, but it's like it's this complicated thing, and then, you know, in all the movies they show them that they either they got married, or, you know, in the originals it's like it was just this kind of conflict of just they used to date, and like it just seems interesting, or like the Rock guy with his wife and the conflict and the
Mhm.
tension between all of them because of what happened to them. It's like the storyline requires them to have to work together and face a harsh reality that's also a big calling on their lives as well. But every other, well, I can't say every other, but from the Marvel the movies I've seen, I'm like, that's not necessarily the case. Like you're usually watching like a single person story. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. Somebody said, haven't seen the 2015, but I don't like how people downplay Johnny's intelligence in First Steps.
Mm. Um. First, oh, that's an interesting take because I felt like Johnny was the one that figured out like the Silver Surfer's language. Did you feel like they downplayed it in the 2015 movie, or did you feel like they downplayed it in the other movies besides? Um,
Oh, he said he hasn't seen the 2015.
oh, that's true. Okay, so yeah, it has to be. Yeah, it has to just be the new one then.
Wait, First Steps, is that the original?
No, no, no. Ironically, First Steps is actually the last steps they've taken so far.
Uh,
The newest movie.
hold on, wait a minute. Why in the world is it called First Steps?
Oh, yeah,
The
I see what
last
you're saying. Um, 2025. Yeah, okay. People in general downplay it, but yeah, Johnny is definitely high IQ. He's just a funny hothead, but he is also brilliant in his own right. Yeah,
Yeah, it's like they
agreed.
made him like a smart guy, but he's also like the, what's it called? Like he is the comedy aspect of the show. Like
Hmm.
the person that's supposed to get you to laugh and just, yeah, like he seems like the entertainment aspect.
Yeah, if anything, I felt like they downplayed his like brash youth in the newest one, but they definitely didn't downplay his IQ. But yeah, um,
Yeah,
yeah.
and I
But
feel
I do think
like
in general, you can forget that Johnny is the. You can forget that all of them are actually scientists. So yeah.
yeah, yeah. I think in the 2025 one, or not 2025, the 2015 one with Michael B. Jordan, I feel like they didn't like he wasn't on screen a lot. Like I feel like they didn't show him a lot with like the sarcasm and like, you know, like they introduced him as, you know, in that kind of character when his dad was like, okay, he been out here driving again, you got to come work for me, and then he kind of comes in with this like wit and
Mhm.
sarcasm, and then he just kind of stops. Like he was focused for real on, as if this was real life, like he was for real focused on his fire ability and working with the government. Like he was locked in, like,
Well, I don't think he had anything to work with in that department, because like normally the Fantastic Four are dealing with the public, But since this was basically a classified incident, the only thing that resembles limelight that he had to cling to was, like the government. But normally it's like, oh, the Fantastic Four are on the news.
But
And
picture the original guy
mhm,
playing in this storyline. He still would have been witty and joking when you probably shouldn't have joked. Like, these are important government people.
yeah, nah,
He would
you're
have
right.
still been
You're
making jokes. Like, he didn't do any of that. Like, he just seemed like that conversation he had with his dad where he was like, well, maybe this is my purpose. Like, maybe things
Yeah,
happen for a reason. It seems like he actually locked in. Like, when somebody has
it's serious. Yeah,
they grew up. Like, he seems like he grew up. Like, he started acting all mature and like
yeah.
focus. Like, I don't know. That's just how I feel.
What's funny is I think everybody got demoted in the 2015 movie in a weird way, like because there was no father of the program that there was like 2015, like
Oh
kind
yeah.
of leader character. That should have been Victor Von Doom, but Victor Von Doom, I feel like split his personality with Johnny. Like Johnny was kind of witty, kind of bright,
Oh, true.
kind of young,
Yes.
but everything else that you're saying, I think belonged to this Doom. Like he was funny. He was kind of like sarcastic, with
Yeah.
an ego about him, and just a superiority complex too. But yeah, I felt like they kind of split Johnny in half between him and Doom in this one.
They did. Yeah, agreed. Yeah, they honestly I kept thinking the same. Yeah, I got a couple characters mixed up. The same way I kept thinking Doom was the Silver Surfer.
Mhm.
Like, because of his power, like it was almost like the lines got blurred a little bit where it was just like, wait, is this the Silver Surfer? Like, I was like, oh wait, no, because he's supposed to know. Okay, no, this is Doom, Doctor Doom. But I was also the way I thought when the in the 2015 film, as we were getting to know the characters when the movie from the beginning and as it was going, based on how he was acting, I thought we were watching the story of Johnny.
Oh,
I thought he was Johnny until obviously more details, the movie continues and moves forward.
yeah,
And I was like, oh, okay, no, okay, this is Victor. And I was actually confused. I was like, this is gonna be Victor?
right.
Like, I was so convinced it was Johnny because of how he was acting.
Yeah, yep,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Well, I
Okay.
think we flush this thing out.
Nah,
Unless
yeah, this one.
thing.
Look, I'm not gonna lie. I was expecting before we ever started this. I was expecting this to be a 40-minute. This ain't what I thought it was.
I know,
Movie.
yeah.
We're going to talk about how great the other ones were.
It's going
Moving
on 2
through.
hours.
Yeah, I'm like, hold on, did we enjoy ourselves? So
All three times?
I know. Yeah, shout out to Fantastic Four for giving. Wait, okay. So wait, what would let's do this real quick. Another next last one. What do you rate each generation? You don't even have to do sequel. Well, there's only one that has a sequel, but like original 2015, 2025. What's your 1 to 10 rating as a movie?
Okay. So for I'll go in order. So for the first one, the original, so the part 1 and 2,
Mhm.
I'd put that at a I'd put that at a 8. Yeah. And then for the 2015, dang, probably the same. I think I'd put them both at an 8, and then the last one at a 9.
Okay, I think I'm very close. I would take my 7.5 just because I'm combining 1 and 2. I felt like 2 was a little worse in the original,
Oh, parts. Okay, yeah.
so I'd have to make it a 7.5. I feel like this new one, I think I'd have to give it an 8. I think the fact that it's a solid story, but it doesn't spend as much time as a Fantastic Four movie as I still think I would want. Um, yeah, and then the closing kind of hurt it too.
But you still rate it higher than the original?
Yeah, I still think it's an 8. I actually do think they did a better origin story.
Okay, yeah, agreed.
Um, but yeah, there were still some things that I think matter a lot that weren't there. Like just the public opinion of the Fantastic Four is a big deal.
Yeah, they never even brought that up.
No, they stayed classified literally the whole time. Even at the end of the movie, they just changed location. Um, and then, yeah, the new one is phenomenal. So I'd have to give that a. And it's coming out of the drought of this Marvel pandemic. So yeah, I got to give it a 9. I think that's a good movie. So yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I guess our ratings are pretty similar.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, I feel like we fleshed it out enough to where anybody who has been listening, uh, if you've been following the Fantastic Four, I guess what you should have got from our conversation is, as far as our opinion goes, definitely share your opinion if you could go watch all of them. But yeah, we believe that they were all good in their own unique way. And the new one that is out in theaters right now, if it's still out in theaters, uh, was basically the best one overall and worth watching, even if that's not what if you don't come to that same conclusion as far as the what we're doing here, which is comparing and contrasting. But as far as even watching it as a standalone film, like we definitely think it's worth going to the theater and spending your money because it sucks when you go to the theater and you feel like you just wasted your money. And this is not one of those times. So,
Yep.
all right. Anything else? Any last words?
Nah, I think I'm good. Been a good little session. Good little set of series we've had.
All right. Well, if you guys have any comments, whether you are watching this live or if you watch this later, feel free to comment below. We do respond. And feel free to share your thoughts if you want to, if you have any thoughts about comparing and contrasting all of the films from the what is it, the 2005 to the 2015 to the 2025. And yeah, just feel free to share your thoughts. But that's it. This is Rated R for review. And we are out.
Peace.